Yes, everybody, how are we all doing? Hope everybody's good. Hope everybody's well. Hope everybody is having a decent day. Absolute shit, rainy, dull, grey day yet again in the UK. But that's what it is. That's what we get, obviously, in February. So, we are going to Wembley. And it still feels crazy even saying this because it's been so long since we've said we actually are going to Wembley and we're in a final. And my pinned Twitter post has now came down. It's done because it said something like Arteta don't reach final. He hasn't been reaching currently under Arteta or something. No finals reached. No Wembley reached. And it's been right. We haven't been playing at Wembley. We haven't been reaching finals. We've been watching other teams get into finals and standing there like that end of the season. So we're there, guys. Massive game against Man City. We'll talk a bit about Man City and some of the players they've got coming back, which they're starting to come back actually with Johnny Stones, etc. But I want to know from Newcastle fans. This is something who people might, well, not everybody will know, but Newcastle, I'm a big fan of them, always have been. I've grew up with absolutely loads of Geordies surrounded around me. I've been on holiday with Geordies, got good friends as Geordies. And I just think Eddie Howe now has ran his course. I think he's done at Newcastle. Just bear me a second, people. Let me just make sure this is shared on Twitter. Still call it Twitter. Even X just don't sound right for me. Let me see if it's gone. Yes, it's shared. Right. Yeah, so yeah, it's there. Let's talk, man. Let's talk. And the thing is, Eddie Howe has done really good for Newcastle. I wrote a few things down yesterday, and one of them, he took Newcastle from around the relegation area to Champions League in 18 months, and he holds a record, I think, something for an English Cup final or something like that. First manager, I think, to win an English Cup final, EFL, Carabao Cup. Since I can't remember what year, but I'm like, he's got some impressive stats. He really has. Yeah, man. But I think his time's done. So I'd love to know what Newcastle fans think. Do you think it's time for him to go? A couple of my friends have said Jose Mourinho. Me and Darkside have said if it should happen. I think he said years ago to do with Sir Legend Bobby Robson with Barcelona. How he worked under him, and then at PSV, Mourinho would enjoy the possibility of managing Newcastle. So I think his time's come. I think he's done well. He's done good. He's got them to semi-finals, got them to finals, won the first trophy. And for so many years, I think it's 60 years or something like that. I think it is. People keep saying different. So I just think now for Newcastle to go to that extra level, that next level, I think he has got to maybe go. He's becoming a bit predictable as well. I've said as well about Eddie Howe, if he'd have been at Arsenal in these last 6 years, we would have won a Premier League title with Eddie Howe, because he does things like what we've seen over years with Newcastle, where he can change things. You know, he's not scared to go all out and change things, put two up front or anything. He's just not scared. Sometimes it don't pay off, and just lately it's not. I mean, he went to Anfield and played Anthony Gordon, which played well, and he scored a goal. But against Konate and Van Dijk, I'm sure it would have been calling for Walter Mulder, which Walter Mulder at the start of the season now we're bigging him up, saying he's probably signing that season so far up to yet, but he has gone dry, man. He has literally gone dry as a dog's bone. He is not scoring at the moment in any competition. Visser, obviously, is probably still bringing his fitness up. So the one really, what you can say about Newcastle, the main player this season, what's been reliable a lot of times, is Harvey Barnes. So, I mean, I'd love to hear from Newcastle fans. I'd love to hear what they think, because I think now Eddie Howe has took him as far as he can, and I really do rate Eddie Howe. I still believe, like I said, if he'd had that 6 years, if he were Arsenal manager, been given all the money Arteta had to spend, we would have won a Premier League title with Eddie Howe, because he would have signed a striker quicker than Arteta, which a lot of managers probably would have, and he would have signed a backup for Saka. He just would. A lot of managers would. So this is obviously why I still can't fully back Arteta unless he gets over the line. But right now, we are going to Wembley. We're in a final, finally. I am sick and tired. I keep saying that. But you know what? Just before I read people's chat, you know what's really annoying? You're getting so many people, like these fans what are obsessed with Arteta, what will back him even when he's been failing season after season, and they're more bothered about celebrating, calling us haters, who, you know, I've supported Arsenal 34 years, and I've been to the Emirates 5 times. Yeah, it's 5 times, and Ivory once, and I've supported them 34 years. And some of these people don't even know Bob Wilson or Frank McClintock, Charlie George, the famous goal against Liverpool, 71 FA Cup final. You know, they don't even know who, you know, Stefan Schwartz is, Kleb, David Hillier, Paul Davis, the great late Kevin Campbell. These people don't even know the history about the club, but yet they're more bothered about celebrating, calling us haters, because our standards are there, and they never ever drop, and mine will never drop. I demand trophies every season from Arsenal Football Club. Why shouldn't I? Why shouldn't I? In 06, when we were told, when we played Aston Villa first game of the season, I love bringing this up as well because it's true, it's facts. Played Aston Villa first game of the season, Olive Melber scored, Gilberto scored. There was a lot of Arsenal fans thinking, why have we moved away from Highbury? Yes, it's a bigger capacity at the Emirates, we know that. But we're all shocked, thinking, is this what we're going to have to put up with? And then we got told, be patient, be patient, be patient, be patient. We were patient for years after years after years after years. And then it was, we will compete with the world's top elite clubs on the pitch, off the pitch. We've only just started doing that. Right now, we have got a great squad and a fantastic world-class defence. And Arteta, hands up, you have built the defence. So I will obviously thank you for that. And that's what I do, people. I will praise when needed praising and criticise when need criticising, whether it's with Arteta or Arsenal. So let's talk, man. Let's talk. Sunderland tomorrow. If what's just happened, bringing that mentality, breeding that mentality and that confidence into these players, knowing that some of these players are reaching the first final ever, some of them in the career, we should not make hard work at Sunderland tomorrow, especially at Emirates. We should win. Let's get the job done. Let's try and get it done early. Let's show a ruthless, attacking, free-flowing, fast-passing, intensity, urgency most of the game. I'm not saying it can be 90 plus minutes, full guns blazing. It doesn't work like in football, but let's show it more. Let's put a Aston Villa second half performance in against Sunderland tomorrow. Let's get the job done. Let's not make it hard work, and then we move on. I think it's Brentford Thursday, because now it's all on us. The pressure is all on us, because if we beat Sunderland on Saturday, I've said this already, if we beat Sunderland, on Saturday, and Man City lose to Liverpool, I will come on here on Sunday night and say Arsenal are the champions of the Premier League 25-26. Now, people know I'm not one of these, David Raya, good goalkeeper, he's best in the world. Timber, right back, he's best in the world. That ain't happening from me. I don't do shit like that. But I will say, we will not fold this season because of our defence. Because Gabriel and Saliba, let's say our defence in all, but in particular, Gabriel and Saliba, I trust them every single game. If someone said to me, could you win a quadruple because of your defence? I would say yeah. But if someone asked me the same question, could you win a quadruple with your attacking prowess? I would say absolutely not. We could go trophyless because of our attack and our wingers, because we don't know if Arteta will let them play, or we've got some in this team, which we can admit are not good enough for Arsenal. Madueke, I'm sorry guys, but it's great to watch him. He's easy on the eye, he's fast, he's good at shifting the ball at his feet, he's got good intensity, urgency, but there's no end product. We literally have got right now the same Madueke as what Chelsea had. Ethan Nwaneri would be better on that wing. So let's talk. Let's talk, guys. Let's talk. Big up to everybody. Hope you're all good. Please do smash the likes and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Hope everybody's doing well. Chris Welsh, big up mate. Hope you're well. I'm good, thank you, Chris Welsh. Good to see you in the chat, my guy. Go and subscribe to Chris Welsh, people. Dockside, Wembley, we're famous Arsenal and we're going to Wembley. Absolutely, absolutely Dockside. Go and subscribe to Dockside, people. Get him to that 2K. Yeah, it's mad that we're actually going to Wembley. It shouldn't be like this, but it is. It's reality, it's facts that we haven't been getting there. The Newcastle City game was done in first leg, to be honest. I think so, Chris. I just didn't see any slip-ups from City last night. I feel like they were pissed off with that Tottenham game. It looks like they were. And this is what I keep... let me just read everyone's... Newcastle, I agree. I said I was never a long-term solution for Newcastle. He was there to take them far as he can before they get in more elite manager. Yeah, like I said, he's done well, and he took them from the relegation area, if you want to call it a battle-ish, to Champions League football in 18 months. And he's only just been allowed to start spending money. So it's a shame, because I really do like Eddie Howe. Jason Tindall, his assistant, I'm a fan. Newcastle was after Emery. Yes, they were. Before getting Howe in. Yeah, they were. Now, that would be a tricky situation. Could Emery think Aston Villa's Aston Villa, doing better than Newcastle at the moment? They're a big club. They belong in Premier League to me every season, definitely. They've got a fantastic squad. But could he be persuaded, with money, to go to Newcastle? Unai Emery? I don't know. I look at it, I think we wouldn't really want to leave Aston Villa, because they still got a chance to obviously get in top 3. So, yeah, man, I would be looking at... If I were Newcastle, I would, but it's a risk, because you just don't know what Jose Mourinho is like these days, but I would go and try and get Jose Mourinho. I think he loves the club. He would absolutely love it. I think, like I said, these ties with the Sir Bobby Robson, the legend, when Mourinho at PSV Barcelona, and my mates are telling me that he said he actually would love to follow his footsteps, being the Newcastle manager one day. He's now at Benfica. It didn't work out at Roma for Mourinho, so I don't know, man. I mean, has Mourinho got that factor in him, that Premier League factor where he can just turn Newcastle around? It's a risk. It's a risk. Or is Eddie Howe staying put? Don't know. Let's just see, man. Let's just see. Yeah, seen that. Yeah, don't be shocked to see Howe and Emery swap clubs. I mean, yeah, I think Aston Villa would take Eddie Howe, to be honest. HTX, Views Raid. Views, big up to my guy. Hope you well, Views. Great show earlier on. As always, funny as fuck. Thank you very much, Views. Big up to my guy. HTX, thank you. Big up. Views Raid. Static, hey Rich. AJ the Mod, Views Raid. Thank you very much for the raid, Views. Storm, Steel, Views Raid. Static, 3 likes. Like and subscribe. Thank you very much, Static. Static, Views Raid. Thank you very much. AJ the Mod. Please like stream if you have not already. It really helps Rich out. Thank you very much, AJ. Thank you very much. Spirit Eye, Views Raid. Thank you for all this. Views, getting raided, getting bombarded. Stop still. Big up Rich99 Arsenal. Big up to absolute everyone, man, who's in the chat. It might be it might be time, guys, to start thinking we are... It's hard to even say a trophy, but we have got to... Come on. We have got to pick up 2 trophies at least this season. Otherwise, it's going to be a bit... I'm not saying that's how it happens, right? Like, you know, some teams are flying top of this, top of that, and they end up winning 1 trophy, or some end up winning trophyless. But you've got to take in consideration now, it's been too long for this club. We have waited, we've been patient, these fans. We heard that for years and years and years and years, that patient, and we were patient. We had to wait to spend money, you know, that's all started now. It's time now we win trophies, because I keep saying this, the biggest problem will be breaking this great squad up, because I will guarantee this now, Declan Rice, Saliba, Gabriel, they are way too good to not be winning trophies. Way too good, like Gabriel, and the game against Tottenham like that. Is it to say, finally, Declan Rice, when he first signed at Arsenal, he said, basically, we've got to start winning trophies, there's no excuses. So, they won't stick. If we go trophyless this season, I'm going to say it right now, we lose a big player in summer. A big player in summer. One will go and think, can win trophies, man. I want to, because they want to look at the end of the career and say won. But if a lot of people still think that a player wants to follow like the Matt Letizia days where he didn't win anything as a player and just stayed at Southampton, I'm sorry, but you're delusional, because that shit has changed, trust me. Social media blow everything up now. Yeah, look at that player, look. They were always called world class, he won absolutely fuck all. They get bants, man. They get absolutely rinsed. The press, the social media, TalkSport, any radio stations, commentators. Yeah, a good player, but didn't really win anything, did he? Didn't win anything. Gabriel Saliba, called best centre-back player in the world. What did they win at Arsenal? Absolutely nothing. I do not want to hear that. I want those guys to be winning trophies, and I want to win this season, and then next season, I want to go even further. Well, depending what we do this season, I want to keep winning. Why should it not be Arsenal's time now? How long we've waited, we've built a squad together. Man City did the same. Yes, obviously, they got different owners. Can't remember the first owners. Tried, brought all these like Robinhos, etc., Elanos, Petrovs, and then they went even higher with obviously the owners now. Caledon Mulden, obviously the chairman, who's been there about 17 years now, who I'm a big fan of. So why isn't it our time? You know, this should be. If we win the league this season, we should be going for it next season as well. It's time now. If we've got the best squad, we should be allowed to dominate English Premier League for at least, I would say, 3 years. But this is the stepping stone, guys. This is the stepping stone. We fuck this up this season, and we will see our squad start breaking away. And I'm not saying everybody's going to be a massive exodus in summer, but I guarantee you, one big player will leave, and other players will start thinking, hold on a minute, like, how have we ended our season with no trophy? So I can't have that happening. It will wreck us, because we have got a great squad right now. So let's hope it's our season, and let's hope it continues, because we have a right now where we are to go and dominate English football for 3 seasons in a row if we have got the best squad, and we just need to keep adding to it. We can't have anyone sitting still and just like, oh yeah, you know, because if you stay still, you're going to get left behind. If they think, oh, we've won league this season, that's it, we don't need to sign it. I'm not saying sign 6, 7, 8 players in summer, you know, but whatever goes out must come back in, and maybe add a couple. Do you know what I mean? That's how you keep moving. City have done it. You know, with the days of Zabaleta and Sanya. They were sold, right, getting a bit too old, and then next minute comes in. Would it be Clichy, I think, maybe? Oh, I've got this wrong. Kolarov. I can't remember which way round it was. Oh, sorry. And a fight what laptop there. But they kept moving all the time. So I just want that to happen. And obviously we don't know what's going to happen until the end of the season. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps Rich out. Thank you very much, AJ. And good afternoon, Rich99 Arsenal views on Sport Raid. Yes, my guy, views. Thank you, everybody. Gonna record views raid. Thank you very much, guys. Please do smash likes and subscribe as well. Brian, relegation, World Cup champs, viewers raid. Thank you very much, everybody. A lot of new people in the chat here. Yannickus Welsh, these were some people who disrespect. There you go. Absolutely disrespect the cup in previous seasons. Now they celebrate it. Absolutely, mate. That's what I'm saying. That's what they were doing. Oh, Carabao Cup, nah, that's not in our conversation. That don't belong at our table. We're bigger than that. We don't talk about that. Now look at them, flippers. Best Dolphins you could ever imagine. Some of these Arsenal fans, absolute flippers. Brian, big up everybody. Big up Brian. Big up everybody. Lawrence Manuel, 10 to 7 in the morning out here in Los Angeles. Absolutely, Lawrence. Well, it's 2 minutes to 3 PM in UK, and it's absolutely pissing it down, dull and grey and shit. Big up to you, Lawrence, my guy, absolute legend, Arsenal through and through, and knows the lot and seen the lot. Gunnar Ricken TV, don't subscribe to Gunnar Ricken TV, people. Moving away from your historical stadium makes your club lose a little bit of its soul, which has to be earned back. It happened to me in Miami. Yeah, man, we have, that's what I'm saying, moving away from Highbury, this Emirates Stadium has not even seen a league title. It's got to start changing. This should be like the game, this should be now the stadium where everybody comes and knows that you are facing one of the best teams in the world. And I just hope it happens, man. I can't. If we go trophyless this season, it is going to be probably one of the most embarrassing things in football ever, because how people have bigged it up, all the obsessed Arteta fans. Oh, we could do a quadruple. We could, but the only way I will say that is because of our defence. Nothing else. I don't fully trust the midfield apart from Declan Rice. I don't trust our wingers. I don't trust our strikers at the moment. Partly of that is because Mikel Arteta requires, even from the 10s, the wingers, the strikers, around about 70% defensive work. Maybe not the striker, but the wingers and 10, he wants about 70% defensive work, or even 80. Instead, it should be 70, 80% attack. So this is where I'm at. Like, Arteta does kill talent. He does stop players playing. Like, Eze looks lost sometimes in an Arsenal shirt, and it's just not normal to see. It's not. Martinelli, this is his season where, yes, he scored out against Portsmouth, he scored in Champions League, he scored against Man City when Eze set him up, but it's just not consistent. And Trossard, people keep saying, oh, Trossard's amazing, he's all this, he's all that. No, he's not. It's Trossard. This is what Trossard does. Goes on a 4 or 5 game run, scores 3 goals in about, 5 games. Next minute, he don't score for about 7 games. So he's got to go. Trossard, happy as a squad player, but to me, Trossard, I would sell him definitely. And they're going, good afternoon, the only Chris Welsh, and there'll be same people that will say bigger fish to fry should City go on to beat Arsenal in the absolute bang on ending. Gouda, I already thought this and all, and I thought, I bet if we lose tonight at Chelsea, they'll be, oh, well, it's beneath us anyway. Oh, it don't really matter about winning Carabao Cup. We've got bigger fish to fry. They said it last season, and where's that got us? They're so predictable. Lynch, come on, you Gunners. Big up Rich. Big up to you, my guy Lynch. Big up everybody in the chat. Lawrence, they don't have Xhaka playing for them. Yeah, that's good. That is good. Raymond Kangumba. Hi, Chris Welsh. How are you? Howe sacked from Newcastle United now, and De Zerbi appointed as the manager of Newcastle United now from Ray. I don't know if that's true. I'm not sure. Newcastle Welsh, if I no different to previous rounds, Arsenal must win that cup, otherwise the bridesmaid tag will keep going. Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying, Chris Welsh. It will. If we go trophyless this season, my God, the pundits, people on radio stations, everybody, fans from other clubs will be absolutely ragging Arsenal, saying your football's boring, you've bottled another Premier League title, your manager has had 980/1.3 billion to spend, he's been here 6 years, and you still can't even win a Premier League title. It will be really embarrassing this year if we go trophyless, especially with the football we've been playing, because some games have been really diabolical. So let's hope that changes. Let's hope getting into this final of the Carabao Cup, beating Chelsea, is breeded confidence into these players, because some of these players, like I said, have never ever reached a final in their career. So let's hope this transforms into the Sunderland game on Saturday, and we turn up and put a good performance in, like against Leeds at Ellen Road last Saturday. Let's hope this continue, because if we slip up at Sunderland and we don't win, which I don't think they'll beat us, I really don't. But we could draw. But if we ended up the worst scenario and we lost, then it's like the players' mentality will be questioned yet again. And if we're not playing good, and I have to keep using this every time, people, when we play, because it's been factually proven what we've seen so many times this season. They will say, why did Arteta, for example, if it's not going well, just stand there and keep with that 4-3-3 and not change anything? So we can't have that. I personally think we will beat Sunderland, but if you ask me what score, I have no idea, because I don't know what Arsenal will turn up. Storm Steel, Facts Ending Guna. Lawrence Manuel Rich, the league is won in May, not in February. So when you say that we've won the league if we beat Sunderland is insane. Well, no, what I'm saying is, if we beat Sunderland and Man City lose to Liverpool, I'm personally going to say that we have won the league. I just can't see us being caught with a 9-point gap with Gabriel and Saliba. That's my only hope. I know what you're saying, Lawrence. Like, trust me, I know it's very premature, but I just feel if we go 9 points clear, I can't see anybody catching us with that gap, because just 2 players, people. That is all it is with me. With Gabriel and Saliba, they are absolutely monsters at back. Yes, we've been conceding a few stupid goals against Wolves late, against Crystal Palace late. 3 against Man United, but that's where my positive comes from Arsenal. I can see us going on a 3 to 4 game run without conceding any goal in league. But anything else, I'm not confident. So I 100% what you're saying, Lawrence. Look, definitely. I know league's won in May. I know it is, but I'm just saying that I can't see us losing that 9 point gap only because of 2 players, Gabriel and Saliba. And maybe Declan Rice, because he will put a shift in every single game, even when he's struggling. Kawaja, Views Raid, welcome in. Views, thank you very much, everybody who's came from Views. Big up to Views, man. Absolute ledge. Magpies, 7771. Howe is not finished at Newcastle United. Please stick to talking about your own club and not something you know nothing about. Well, this is what I want, Magpies. This is what I'm asking for. Tell us why. What do you think? Will he be given more money in summer? Listen. There's no slagging off Howe. I've just done a video on him, a 7-minute video yesterday. I'm a big fan of Eddie Howe. I would have had him at Arsenal in these last 6 years, and he would have won a Premier League title with Arsenal. Getting you from, literally taking you out from the relegation battle area-ish, if you want to call it that, to Champions League football in 18 months. That is impressive. That is very impressive. I'm a massive fan of Eddie Howe. I really am. So Magpies... 771. We're not. There's no slagging off Eddie Howe. Not in this chat. We're all big Eddie Howe fans. And like I said, he would have won a league title with Arsenal if we'd have had him in that 6 year. But I'm just thinking, do you want to go to another level? Do you think he's got it in him to do it? That's why I want to know. Kawaja, big up Rich99 Arsenal, the legend, and the chat. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back, mate. Big up to Kawaja. Go and subscribe to Kawaja, people. Kawaja, smash the likes and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much, Kawaja. Kawaja, 9 likes so far. Keep smashing the likes, everyone. Thank you very much, people. Yeah, smash the likes and sub. Brian Relegation. I don't know why you brought Madueke, but thanks. Well, I imagine you're a Chelsea fan, Brian. And honestly, mate, we have got the exact same Madueke version as what Chelsea had. Literally, that's what we have got at Arsenal. But yeah, I've seen Ardent Gooner, I think it is, on Twitter, saying that Madueke is world class. And Adam Keys, the wet wipe, saying all this like 1v1 and all this is superb and everything. I've seen Alexis Sanchez do it. I've seen Freddie Ljungberg. Saka does it. Perez, Overmars, a little bit Randy Slimpar. I mean, he's got no end product. It is simple as that. Kawaja, Brian Relegation World Champs. Arteta wanted him. Yeah, he did. This is all on Arteta for Madueke. Absolutely. Kawaja, big up Storm Steel. Big up everybody in the chat. Hope everybody's doing good. Storm Steel, bigging up Kawaja. Lawrence, a better team than Newcastle would have stuck those chances missed by the Toon away. I think so, Lawrence. Yeah, I think they had the chances. The Wisser chance was like, I thought he would have put that in. Last season, Wisser would have scored that, definitely. He would. Storm Steel, Brian, World Champs. Arteta loves the Chelsea reject bin deals. Absolutely, he does. Absolutely, Storm Steel. Arteta raids Chelsea, loves Chelsea. And not one of them, when you think that has been an absolute huge success over the last few years, really. Not one. Not one. Gallas were okay, but nothing to do with Arteta. Absolutely far from anything to do with Arteta. Nowhere near his reign. With the signings, what he's done, Sterling didn't work. Madueke's not working properly. Kai Havertz could be one of the wasted signings of Arsenal's Emirates era. And I say that because, he won us Carabao Cup, but that's what people will hold on to. What will he do Sunderland? What will he do Saturday if he plays against Sunderland? If he turns out and he starts and plays absolutely shy, then that is what you are going to get with Kai Havertz. Great. I can't even call it performance against Chelsea. Great end to the game. Kai Havertz wins it, takes it round Sanchez, and yeah, it looks good because literally we didn't play that well performance-wise, and we opened them up with a fantastic ball from our captain. Yeah, that's what I call him, Declan Rice. And the next minute he rounds the goalkeeper off, and it's brilliant. Those games where you do things like that is just, it's great. Like, it's just like, it's been tight all game. We haven't really offered Chelsea much. Then we just catch him on break last minute. Bang, Kai Havertz wins it. But that's where people, oh, he's amazing. He's amazing. He scored the Champions League goal for Chelsea. Oh, he scored this, Carabao Cup for Arsenal. Yeah, but what will he do against Sunderland? If he starts against Sunderland on Saturday and he plays absolute shit, then no one tell me that this guy is top class, because he's not. He's not, because a top class player would have done what he did against Chelsea, and then against Sunderland he would either score or put another at least 8 out of 10 performance in. But Kai Havertz don't do that, and we've got a lot of players that do that. So this is why I say in summer I don't expect 6, 7, 8 signings, but I think we could be pushing for about 4 signings, to be honest. I think I would get rid of Martinelli, I'd get rid of Trossard, or maybe one of those would have to stay. I would get rid of Kai Havertz. I would keep probably Jesus, just for another, but his valuation's going up. Like the Jesus at start of season, you're talking, let's say 18, 20, 22 million. Right now, Jesus you would probably get 35 and maybe 45 from a Saudi club. I know it's mad, it is, and I think his contract ends in 2027, but I keep using this example. It's different in this day and age. All it takes is to have 6, 7 good games and your valuation just skyrockets. And if you score goals in between that, then it really does help. And if you have 6 or 7 bad games, your valuation just goes down massive. So it's like, you've got social media, you've got Twitter, you've got Instagram, you've got Facebook, you've got people talking about that player on TalkSport, the commentators. Yeah, Jesus looking sharp, isn't he? Scoring 2 against Inter Milan. Yeah. Next minute, bang, valuation just goes boom, 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 boom. So at start of season, you're talking 18 to 22 million probably for Jesus. If we sold him to a European club, obviously in the window what's just now shut, we would now be able to fetch 35 million for Jesus from a European team. And if a Saudi club come in, we could literally, and I know it sounds mad, we could push them to 45 million because he's been scoring. He's scored a few goals and that's all it takes. Like this kid at Wolves, this guy at Wolves. I can't remember if it's his first name or surname, Mane. Everyone's talking about him. He's had a few good periods of Wolves. You try and sign him now, 50 million, straight out. Harvey Barnes at Newcastle, quality player. Been Newcastle's probably best player this season. 80 million, straight away. Morgan Rogers, Aston Villa. You try and sign Morgan Rogers now. Start at season, you're talking, let's say, 55 million probably. I don't know, 55, let's say 55, 60. You try and sign Morgan Rogers now, you're talking 120 million. And that's how it goes, people. It's bad sometimes, but this is how it's got. Social media blows that valuation up for players when obviously talking about it on radio, commentators, pundits. As soon as that player's mentioned, that club think, yeah, well, that's our player. I can push that up. I can literally vamp that sale up massively now. Claudio joined Timber Bukayo Saka and Martin Odegaard did not appear in Arsenal training today. No, we'll look at that in a minute with team news. Enagoda, cheers, Storm Steel. Texas in the chat. I hope we don't underestimate Sunderland. No, Texas, I want to put a true professional, ruthless performance in and get the job done. I really do. I don't want to keep making hard work of these games, but I have no idea what Arsenal will turn up. Texas, Liverpool will be back next season. Yeah, they will. We better win trophies this season before Liverpool regroups and comes back strong. Yeah, and so will Man City. They have got too many professional winning mentality monsters in around that club to just fold as a club as Man City. Like Khalidou Mulder, the chairman, etc. I think his name Barak Khalidou Mulder, whatever his name is. That 2-part interview, what I listened to at start of season, yes, it's not happened perfectly, but he said we will not make the same mistake as what we did last season. Now, They are. The defence is not good at all, and I still can't believe Man City didn't sign a top right back and keep putting faith in Nunes. He has got better for Man City. I'm not saying he hasn't, but the right back before Nunes was one of the best right backs we've seen in Premier League in the last few years, Kyle Walker. So I still don't understand with Pep with that one. And I said at the start of the season, Man City will win league. Look, I may have got it wrong, but I did also say, me, Peppermint and Shane Gooner, and that I did say, and they said it as well, which everybody knows as well. They just haven't got a world-class defence. They don't have a Diaz of 2 years ago. And I said something stupid, which I'm not scared to say things and get wrong, because everyone knows already, probably who's watched my channel, I will put my hands up and say, I got that wrong. I get a lot of things wrong, but I get a hell of a lot of things right as well. I even said, don't be surprised if Man City come and try and buy William Saliba last summer. Now, they didn't even put a bid in for him, and it didn't even happen, but I was just thinking, they just might, because they might look at someone and think, we want the best of the best centre-backs, and we've already got one in the world, in the Premier League with Saliba. Obviously it didn't happen, but that's what I'm saying. I do think of bigger pictures. I do think of things like, I do think if we go trophyless this season, it could start a big breakup of our squad where we could lose, I would say, definitely one big player in summer, and then more might start following. So I always look at bigger picture. I always say, always expect the unexpected in life, the good, the bad, the sad, the happy, in everything, and especially in football. Don't just think because, like where we are now, everything will be like it is at the end of the season. Now, like I've just said, without contradicting myself, I do believe if we beat Sunderland and Liverpool do lose to... Sorry, I do believe if we beat Sunderland and Man City do lose to Liverpool, Arsenal will win the Premier League. I would even be confident enough to announce it, but I could be wrong. But I just can't see us losing that 9-point gap, especially with Gabriel and Saliba. I have full confidence in them in every single game. And yes, the concentration drops a little bit, especially Saliba's, who is my favourite player, and everybody knows that in the chat. He has been since he started at Arsenal. I've watched all his loans, straight back to Saint Etienne, then to Nice, and finished at Marseille, all in Ligue 1. I watched all of it, especially the Marseille season. I watched every single game. He missed one game for Marseille that season, I think it was, and Strasbourg battered Marseille 4-0. And in that time, when I watched him, I thought, wow, I think he made 3 mistakes that season. Where he jumped up for head, he misjudged it and it went over his head. One where he came running out and he just missed the ball completely. And then I think one was one of the... obviously, it wasn't in the same game as the Strasbourg game, but all through that season, someone passed the ball and it just rolled over Saliba's foot. So I think he made 3 mistakes in that season. And I thought, he's class. He is absolutely brilliant. And I just knew he was going to be a success at Arsenal. And I'm not bullshitting with that neither. So yeah, man. Everything's good, mate. Everything is good at time. Right now, everything is good, guys. It is. It's just got to stay that way. Because... like me, Lawrence, people in the chat, we've seen this book before. But I do believe 9 points will be too much to be caught this season. And again, by the time Carabao Cup final comes around, Arsenal could be out of the FA Cup and out of the UCL, and title challenge slipping away. UCL knockout, second leg on 17th, 18th March, 4 days before. Yeah, mate, this absolutely ending. That's... when you look at it like that, the games are coming thick and fast in every competition. And we have to rotate, we have to rest. Stormsteel, if they don't win at least 1 trophy out of 4, it's not the players that have to go. It's the messiah of mediocrity who has to go. Listen, I would sack... and I'm not... this is honestly... I would sack Arteta today if it meant we get Conte tomorrow. And I say why, because I would have more trust in Conte not slipping us up in Premier League, not folding and losing this game to Man City by doing something stupid, or if nothing's not working at Wembley and we think, surely this game could just need maybe a little tweak, Arteta, and we need 2 up front. And he just stands there and he does a 4-3-3. Look at Pep. At the moment, he's playing a 4-1-4-1. Sometimes he'll play a 4-4-2. That guy's not scared to change his formation. And people say, oh, well... this is how immature some of these obsessed Arteta fans. And people say, oh, well, where's that got him? Where's that got him? Okay, yeah, run along, childs. Where's that got Pep? He's been winning multiple trophies. Didn't win anything last season, I know. But whatever he's been doing over years has been working because he ain't scared to change things. He's not. World of Walks, big up Rich, the trophy hunter, big up World of Walks, hope you well. Go and subscribe to Matt, people. Dotside, sound is clean, by the way, big man. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, Dotside, listen, I think it's, I don't know, it might just be when I first stopped, but I have ordered. I've ordered a couple of new things. Well, some headphones personally for myself, and a USB hub, which, like I said, guys, and people know now, I ain't had a laptop for about 10, 12 years, so I am new to everything. But I'm still having a few little problems where I start the stream, I have to go into it, do a little test shoot. Other day, the picture, everything was all gone. It was just showing green screen. And the mic is just still, don't budge. So then I have to unplug my webcam cable, and then the mic starts going up and showing green. So it's getting better, but I've ordered a cable now, so hopefully that will be better because it will keep like the feeding, if you want to call it, juice into the mic and not switch off. Because when I'm turning my laptop off, it's never happened before, but for some reason it's just started, and this laptop's not even a year old, or the webcam. So it's never happened before, but it's just started happening, and I don't know why. Little glitches. I'm not sure what it is. Darkside, sound is clear, by the way, big man. Thank you very much, Darkside. Go and subscribe to Darkside, people. Get the guy to 2K. He's not far off. Darkside, get the likes up. Thank you very much, Darkside. Let's have a look at some Arsenal news in a minute. And I want to look at Darkside and make sure to sub. Thank you very much, Darkside. World of Walks, big up Chris Welsh. ZSM, Declan Rice is the greatest ever Arsenal signing, period. And if we win, then it's undebatable. Greatest ever Arsenal signing, period. And I can't agree with that. No chance. I can think Declan Rice is the greatest ever Arsenal signing, period. And if we win, no, ZSM, I don't agree with that. I mean, the greatest? No, I think there's plenty more before him, a lot more. Even Mark Overmars were a success, and he ran at Arsenal for 3 seasons, from signing from Ajax and then going to Barcelona in a double deal with Emmanuel Petit. Emmanuel Petit were a great signing as well. They're legends in 3 years. Walk of Walks, I just think maybe Arsenal have had it easy without being outstanding. We've been lucky. Listen, we have been very lucky in a lot of games this season. Arsenal have really, really been lucky. Dotside, I'm going to give you 3 seconds to delete that. Absolutely. That's crazy. Peppermint, where Howe fans here? Yeah, 100% Peppermint. Everybody is, man. Lawrence Rich, 9-point gap means nothing as we still have to go to the Etihad. So even if that happens, technically, we'll be only 6 points behind, which, as we've seen before, is not... Do you know what? I think you're right, Lawrence. I'm going to have to retract that. I'm going to have to be a twat and say I'm wrong. I can't. That you are right. Yeah, you are. I agree with you. If we didn't have Man City, I could have probably pulled that one off and been correct. But Lawrence, I agree. It can't be over, can it? Nah. I think I need to literally smash my Senate head for that, because that's, yeah, even if we've got 9 points, we've still got City to play. I think we've got Chelsea as well. Nah, I think I've been a bit of a div there, jump gun. But it's just, but like I said, it's my only hope is with Gabriel and Saliba. That's why I get really confident with Arsenal, just because of them too. Now, if you're talking over years, there's 97, 98, Invincibles, I'm looking for, defence, goalkeeper, midfield, definitely strikers and wingers. I can't say that about this team. Now, again, I do think it's Arteta who's holding these players back, not letting the wingers express themselves and playing with freedom and letting them go enough, not letting the 10, whoever it is, like talking about, Ethan Nwaneri hit a brick wall in his wide development. Get fucked. Ethan Nwaneri were brilliant on right wing last season. breakthrough season, 9 goals in all competitions, EFL, Premier League, and Champions League. I still keep saying that. How can that guy not be in this Arsenal squad right now for going towards a title race and 3 other trophies? I do not get it. But Lawrence, you're right. That's no chance, people. On Sunday, no. Lawrence is right. There's no way I can say on Sunday, if we beat Sunderland and Man City lose to Liverpool, that it's done. I'd be confident, especially with Gabriel Saliba, but nah, we've got Man City to play, we've got Chelsea to play. I think Man City's got a decent run coming up and all, where they've got favourable fixtures. And they started to get players back, people. I've got a list here in a minute. I have never seen a single player carry an Arsenal team on his back. He scores, he defends, he runs, he assists. Declan Rice is world class. Even when he is struggling, he will put that last slide tackle in, give that last shoulder barge, jump up for that last header, stretch everything, win that ball, but not the best, man. Not the best. I mean, I just don't agree. I really do not agree. Like, even Patrick Vieira, Manuel Petit, Marco, they're only at Arsenal for 3 seasons, and obviously over Mars, Ed's ball down. Saturday afternoon against Man United, I think it was Saturday afternoon, yellow shirt, blue running across it, 97-98, puts it through Peter Schmeichel's legs. Get in. I think I was there for Manuel Petit's first goal when we beat Wimbledon 5-0 at Highbury. Ball came out, edge at box, and just smashed it, and I think he hit it kind of at the side of his foot. Still Rich, we've had 113 different injuries since last season. If Saliba and Big Gabby get injured and are out for an extended period, we aren't winning anything. That is a very good point, Storm Steel. I do 100% agree with that. Mosquera and Nkapé are good, but they're not Gabriel and Saliba. No chance. I think Walk of Walks, I just think it's an easy league, not a crap league. But imagine where you would be without Arteta as boss. Well, I've said it all the time. If we had a different manager, we would be a lot more clear, definitely. We wouldn't have wasted games like Chelsea away when they had 10 men, Forest away, Liverpool at home, Liverpool away. We would have done something in them games. There's Declan Rice, make him captain now, and he will win the PFA Player. Yeah, listen, Declan Rice should be captain. Then it should be Gary. Declan Rice and Gabriel. Walks, Havertz as that excuse now of getting at Arsenal. Havertz as that excuse now of getting Arsenal. Darren Martin, big up Rich 99 Arsenal, big up Darren Martin, well. Hope everybody's good in the chat, hope everybody's good. Kawaja, Peter Cech joined in July 2015 from Chelsea to Arsenal. He won the 2017 FA Cup, yeah. Peter Cech were decent, but he were decent. He want the check what Chelsea had though, I will say that. World of Walks, Havertz took Arsenal to the Wembley Cup, so top Gooners will be drooling at that stat. Yeah, they will. That's what I'm saying. They'll be calling him amazing, give him a new contract. It's Darren Martin. He done basically what he's paid for. Darren Martin, World of Walks. Where would we be? World of Walks probably 15 points clear. Darren. World of Walks. It's as if Arteta doesn't want that kind of lead. No, he don't. He's scared. He's scared of going for it. Dan Martin, World of Walks. Yep. Dan Martin, man, literally sabotages himself. He does. That's what I'm saying. He does. He literally does. Myself, AFC, Little City will get crushed. Oh, you think, do you? Well, I don't know. I am not too confident, actually, playing Pep in final. I'm just not. They've been there before. The players have won Champions Leagues, they've won FA Cups, they've won Premier League titles. A lot of our players have never even won a trophy. Peppermint Freedom, they will sack Pep. They might do Peppermint, I think they will. Pep will decide if he wants to go. Peppermint Freedom, if he goes trophyless again, yeah, they might. Or he'll walk Peppermint. Pep's not an idiot. Pep's not like Art. He will put his hands up and say, "I've took this club as far as I can. I've won everything. I've built." He's a legend in Manchester itself, in the community for City. He will walk. And I believe he'll stop football for about 2 years. Dan Martin, They should take Arteta if they sack Pep. Yep. Goodman, yeah, I was telling peeps about Saliba from early. Ridiculous that we loaned him out. Absolutely. Absolutely. Dan Martin, Peppermint Freedom, because Arteta has zero talent. Talent, absolutely. Peppermint Freedom, yes, I should correct it to say Arteta loaned him out, not us. Yeah, absolutely. Peppermint. Lawrence ZSM, so Declan Rice is better signing than Henry Bergkamp. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Dennis Bergkamp, he is my all-time Arsenal favourite player. He could get his way out of a phone box with 5 people around that guy. Literally. Absolutely. He had that grit about him. He had a bit of nastiness about him. The vision was just incredible. He could finish like you've never seen before. Quite pacey when he picked the ball up and got running with it, to be honest. Strong. I mean, when he had players around him, he was so strong. It's like his strength just becomes superhuman. Like, a switch just clicked and it was like, literally holding players off. Like, yeah, mate. Yeah. Off that way. Next minute he turns, boom, chips ball off at goalkeeper's end. You think, how the fuck? How has he just done that? He literally had nowhere to turn. He got people pulling on his shirt, everything, trying to drag him down. He's holding that player off, turns next minute, dump, lobs goalkeeper from about 20 yards. How have you done that, Dennis? What a signing. What a player. And Ian Wright, I think, pulled up at a petrol station and he got out his car, I think it was. And Wright is in forecourt, I think, or something like this. And he pulls up and... he's like, oh, it was just his car, it's blocking me or something like that. Right, he said or something. I can't remember the full story. It was this. And then next minute, Dennis gets that car in where Wright is filling up, and Dennis is filling up. Obviously, probably a local petrol station. And next minute, Wright is shaking his hand and everything because I think Wrighty only knew about that. He might have been coming. There were obviously rumours, and in them days, there were no freaking. You wouldn't be able to just go on your phone and say, oh. Twitter, Dennis Bergkamp, not a chance. You have to wait for teletext page 302, I think it was, or that might have been the goal scores scoring day on a Saturday afternoon. But you used to have to look at teletext, Arsenal closing in on Bergkamp. You're thinking, what? So you have to click that page next minute. Mate, like some of these people, even I'm old enough to have lived through those. Like you have to wait next day for a newspaper to come out and read what was happening. Why we're signing Dennis Bergkamp? Who is Dennis Bergkamp? What's his background? How much for? If you click that teletext page and then you clicked it, whatever it shown you, that was a lot. You had to wait next day for a full article to come back out in paper next day. I mean, mate, them days, fucking hell. That were mad when you think back. That was mad. Having to find if you was linked with a player on teletext and then wait the next day for a newspaper to come out with a full article. Because if it gave you a few lines of like, yeah, this is Dennis Bergkamp, blah, 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 he's Dutch, Arsenal looking at him, closing in on him, due for a medical, that's all you got. You couldn't find any more information out. There was nowhere you could go. There was nothing you could look at. You had to wait for a newspaper to come out the next day. Man, those days. Which I miss them. I do miss the early 90s. I do miss them. And obviously people like Lawrence, that he would have seen loads more than that. But I miss the early 90s. I miss the football out of the Premier League times as well. Pepper Freedom, Tete getting rid of Guendouzi. That still pisses me off now. Yeah, I think Guendouzi, he would, because he couldn't handle it. He couldn't handle. Arteta won't be able to handle him. He won't be able to handle him, Peppermint. That's what I'm saying. He can't handle anyone with that bullish character about him, that no-nonsense, who wants to be, showing leadership like Sanchez and that used to, apparently they were saying he was bad at change rooms or something like this because he wanted to win. Peppermint Freedom, obviously different era with Sanchez, I'm just using it as an example. Peppermint Freedom, greatest Arsenal signing, first name, does that start with D, but it's not Declan? Yeah, I mean, I am Dennis Bergkamp. I think Dennis Bergkamp. Darren Martin, ZSM, must be 10 years old. Yeah, I'm shocked about this, ZSM. I really am. Static, 14 likes, like and subscribe. Thank you very much, Static. Big up to my guy. Go and subscribe to Static people as well. What were 3? I think I'm catching up now. Yeah. Is that it, Rich? Arsenal. Where's that just gone? Why is it not showing for me? Ah, there we go. Rich, Arsenal must keep winning and keep going. As for Arteta facts, he badly restricts the players, especially Gyökeres and Eze. Yeah, he does, mate. He does, and we wouldn't have. I don't think we would have seen a drop off like this from Martinelli if we'd had a different manager. Nicholas Wilshere won't be shocked if both City and Arsenal drop points this weekend. I just got a feeling. Well, it could definitely happen with Arsenal, Chris Welsh. It really could. You just don't know what's going to turn up. Lawrence Manuel, ZSM has to be plastic deluded at AKB. Arteta knows best. Ostrich to post such stupid post like that. Yeah, I'm shocked about ZSM. He don't normally say stuff like that. He's been in chat loads and he don't normally say it like that. Peppermint Freedom, I predict a draw. V Sunderland, not good enough. Not good enough. Peppermint Freedom, but also predict a City drop points to Paul. I don't know. I'm not sure. If Man City beat Liverpool, that really could kick them on. Really kick them into gear. Because they've got some players coming back, people. I think people are forgetting how many players Man City have had injured nearly all season. They started season with no Rodri again. Like he missed nearly all season. He started this season. He's only just come back in last month or so. Marmoush started season injured. Cherki started season injured. Marmoush had just come back. Obviously went to AFCON. Scored already. I think he scored 3 goals already since being back. Kovacic has been out all season. Still out. Johnny Stones has been out for a very, very long time. They've lost, obviously, Garvidal, Diaz in the last few, let's say, month. Eight Nori went to AFCON. They've had a lot of injuries. Oscar Bob started season with an injury. Obviously, he's now at Fulham. Man City's had a lot. Savinho been out now for about a month. They've had a lot of injuries, but they're starting to come back. And I've got it here in a minute. I want to show this in a minute. Guardiola prediction for Saturday. Let me just make sure that went up. Guardiola prediction for Saturday. Arsenal 3-0 Sunderland. Sunderland's away form. It is. The away form's not good at all, Paul. I think it will be a comfortable win for us. Let's hope they take some of that confidence from getting into the first final for a very, very long time. And we take care of Sunderland. Guardiola, we need own goals and set pieces on Saturday. I don't want to be relying on them. Yes, it doesn't matter how you win, but I do not want to be thinking that we just have to win by own goals and set pieces. Peppermint Freedom, yeah, I agree. Pep will jump before he's pushed. 100%, absolutely. Guardiola, Ruben Diaz is one of the most overrated centre-backs in the world. And in Premier League history... Yeah, I mean, Ruben Diaz has done well, but he's not the Ruben Diaz of 2 years ago. He ain't that. He's just not that. He's not the Ruben Diaz of 2 years ago, but he's a good centre-back, and he has been world-class at times. Lucas Welsh, City need actual right-back, left-back. Stones and Diaz are washed and finished. Pep has done fantastic things, but he's becoming stale. They need new voice. Said it for 2 seasons. I think so. I think it's there now, isn't it? I think it is. But the he's a legend. He's one of the greatest managers we've ever seen. Khawaja, I am not underestimating Sunderland, by the way, Rich, at 99 Arsenal. No. I know what you're saying, but you'd think breeding that confidence from these players reaching the first final, they'll be like, yeah, now let's take care of Sunderland in the Premier League. But this is going to be the test of the character of these players, the mentality. Have they got it? Can Arteta do it? Because Arteta's not... he's not been in this. He's not won much things in his career as a player. He never even got capped for Spain. Arteta never even got an international cap for Spain. He didn't win much things in his career. He's never won a Premier League title. It is now literally we have got the blind leading the blind, and I do not like saying that to be honest, but it kind of is. It is at the moment. Like if these players now were in this situation and they say they had someone like Conte, Flick, Enrique. They're looking at a proven serial winner on that touchline thinking, boss, it ain't happening. We can't break this team down. Leave it with me. let's tweak this formation, let's start in that second half, and let's play 2 up front for 20 minutes. And I keep using this a billion times. But Arteta's not capable of that. He just does not have that top elite switch. So let's hope the way he does it with his methods, and it's just a 4-3-3, and he relies on this defence to either win, close the gap, shut the door and win the game, or draw, that it works. Because if it doesn't, I'm going to say this: even if we win the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, and that's it, we're going to get battered. We're going to get battered. Look at you! Yeah, you've won a Carabao Cup, you've won an FA Cup, but you've won fuck all compared to what other teams have won. You've not won a Premier League, still. You've not won a Champions League, still. All these other teams who you banter all the time, they've been winning those over years. So we're going to get battered, people. Even if it's a double, yes, it would be great to be at Wembley and do that twice in front of fans at Wembley, winning a Carabao Cup and a potential FA Cup. It will be fantastic if we do it. But if we just finish our season with that, yeah, we've won 2 trophies, but it will still be this Arsenal team just haven't got the minerals. They haven't got that grit to grind it out and go all the way and finish the job and win a Premier League title or a Champions League, while other teams in the past have. So, well, that's what I'm saying. It's all right now, but even if we win a double this season now, and it's not involving a Premier League or a Champions League, it ain't going to be good enough. It's simple as that. It will not be good enough for this football club, because it'll be like, what more do this team need to have? They've got the best squad, who everyone keeps mentioning it, even though that's very questionable, because when you look at Man City's players on the bench, you're thinking Champions League winner, Premier League winner, FA Cup winner. Phil Foden, who's on bench sometimes, Man City's won 6 Premier League titles. So I do question when people say, oh, I have actually said it as well, but I'm starting to question, thinking, have we actually got the best squad in the Premier League? I still, when I think about it, it has to be City's, really, because they've got very good players and they've won multiple trophies. Like Phil Foden's won 6 Premier League titles in his career already, I think it is. You know, Kovacic, Champions League winner, we think with Chelsea, and obviously with Man City. I think he won it with Man City as well. Was it treble? I think you were there. So, you know, obviously you've got Haaland, Johnny Stones, you know, Rodri, Ballon d'Or. So when I look and think, actually have Arsenal got the best Premier League squad? It's very questionable, and I think Man City have, to be honest. When I think of the players individually comparing them to Arsenal's, which, you know, Rodri goes in Arsenal team straight away. He takes that Zubimendi's spot all day long, and I would even put Reinders in over Zubimendi, because Reinders is a lot more physical and he scores goals. He's been proving it this season. So you look at that and you think, and you know, like Rodri, European Championship winner with Spain, Ballon d'Or, Champions League, FA Cup, Premier League titles. So there's a question, what I would like to ask there: who's got the actual best squad in the Premier League? Because I think, to be honest, it is Man City, because of their bench. When you look at it, you think they're very good individually. Some would get an Arsenal team, and they have won multiple trophies as individuals. So that would be, I would like to ask that. Who do you think has got the best squad in the Premier League? Maximax, good day to Rich. I expected quadruple Arteta walks, nothing less. Expectations have to be sky high with his heavy summer signings and no January come. Great point, Maximax. Yeah, why shouldn't we? Why shouldn't we? I mean, I don't think anyone will ever win a quadruple, but why should we not be saying, why can't we win a treble? Because we keep getting told we've got best squad in Premier League, like I've just been mentioning. We keep getting told by these obsessed Arteta fans, Arteta's the best, he's the top manager, he's best in the world at the moment. So they're literally just making their own grave here, because they're just setting the sun up. Because if it's just a double and it's a Carabao Cup and an FA Cup, they're not good enough. It ain't good enough. Yeah, it's good to see us win 2 trophies, but that's not acceptable. It's got to be either a Premier League or a Champions League. Look as well, City just been haunted by Anfield too many times. Even City fans are not confident. They said even if City won all games so far, they wouldn't be confident at Anfield. Yeah, it's going to be a tricky game for City. I do agree. It depends what mood Liverpool's in as well, doesn't it? Really, as well. Lucas Welsh, I'm super confident against City, to be honest. I think we'll beat them 3-1 on Sunday. They will give us too many chances. Yeah, the defence is just not good enough. Kawaja, I would take any win on Saturday. Absolutely. Newcastle Welsh, if we're playing at a Burnley, then I won't be confident as we only turn for these big games. Yeah, I agree. That is a point, Chris Welsh. Chris Welsh, I must say the big club fan base in stadiums atmosphere has been awful for years. So quiet. Yep. Chris Welsh, by the way, City will eventually win at Anfield at some point. Records there to be broken. Yeah. I think they'll cause you a problem on Sunday for some reason. I don't know why. I just think they will. If they, like everybody knows, who understands. If City tighten their defence up, and Rodri and Reinders start clicking, which they've not played together that much yet. They haven't game where they played together. The next minute, Rodri will be on bench or Reinders be on bench. Then, like Rodri on bench last night. It could be a really a difficult period for some teams. If Man City just start tightening up at back, it could be really bad for other teams because we know Man City can literally just go on a run and win 6 games in a row, not even draw, and score 3 in every single game, at least. We know this is what we can. We've seen them. They've done it at some point this season. They were going on a rampage where they were battering teams and scored, I think, 3 goals in every game for about 4 matches or something. Or something like that. I can't remember exactly the numbers, but they were literally just battering teams. But they were obviously conceding 2s and 3s as well. But it were like, if you score 3, we'll score 4, or if you score 4, we'll score 5. Which, I mean, it's that is very risky to be doing that, and it's not come to fruition consistently. They're not doing that at the moment, really, especially league. Newcastle Welsh City have very weak depth in defence. That's it. Garvadon, Gahi, only good defenders for them these days. Yeah, I agree. I mean, Johnny Stones, he's a baller, he's a battler, but he's not a world-class centre-back. Never has been a world-class centre-back. But he's one of them where you can say, right, play centre midfield, play centre-back, and he'll do a job. But he's been out for ages. It's going to take Johnny Stones a long, long time to get going. Maxi Max, treble is fine. We can show that to the United fans. Start with the Carabao Cup next month. Double cup wins are meaningless and will be great disappointment for this squad. Absolutely. Right, people, let's show you. Let's just have a look at what news is knocking around. I'm sure you've probably all seen it anyway. There's not much, unless something's breaking. Let's have a look. See if anything's been happened in the last hour or so. So we've got this, which I'm sure people have seen. Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard, Joey Timber are not present in Arsenal training today. So that doesn't mean they won't play, because we know this happens before. They might not have trained today, but could pass a little fitness test or something tomorrow. But we're not going to see Saka against Sunderland. Martin Odegaard, well, what's happened here? I mean, I don't think he's injured, personally. I think he's having a time away from the club. That is my personal opinion. It's very coincidental how he's been getting, obviously, brought off as a substitute so many times, even last season. Then it's been happening loads more this season, and then he didn't even play against Leeds. It was dropped. It was dropped against Kazakhstan team Kara Almaty. So, my personal opinion on this, I am saying he's having time away from Arsenal. That's where I'm going with that. Timber, I don't know what's happened with him. There's the new signings, also new signings, Jayden Dixon and Evan Mooney in academy training. Jayden Dixon, if people don't know, came from Stoke as a centre-back, and Evan Mooney is from St Mirren in the Scottish League, which we did try and sign. James Wilson, I think his name was, from Hearts on deadline day. Obviously another Scottish team, but Tottenham got him instead, and he was a striker. And so is Evan Mooney, striker from St Mirren. So there's the new signings. But apart from that, there's not really much. There's not really surfacing. There's not much breaking news or anything. Happy birthday to the Arsenal women head coach, Rennie Sleggers, who turns 37 today. Absolute legend of Arsenal Football Club. already. Absolute legend. She is making Arsenal Football Club proud because she's a winner. Came from Arsenal, won 2 back-to-back titles with Rosengard Women before she came to Arsenal in 2023 as an assistant to the, I think it's Swedish guy who was the manager, I can't remember, Everlelli or something, the manager. Then she became interim manager in October last year and then followed through becoming a permanent manager in January, winning her first Champions League, and then now she's just won the, FIFA Women's World Cup, beating Brazilian team Corinthians. So, wow. She's making Arsenal proud right now. That's the manager who's making Arsenal proud, which is fantastic. She is literally the one who is making Arsenal proud. She's embarrassing Arteta. Simple as that. Won 2 major trophies. She deserves a statue. And AJ and everybody will probably agree. She deserves a statue outside the Emirates. Absolutely, she does. Happy birthday to Arsenal women's striker Ero Tina Blackastelius. Yes, I do like Blackastelius. I didn't know that were a full name though. Hero Stinia. I knew it was Stinia, but I didn't know it was Hero. But you see that a lot with players. You think that's a full name, like Velsa Ricky Abu Diaby and Drundo Caesar Dawn Casper, Laurent Bissan Etem Maya. There's not much. Yeah, we know all this. So this is potentially what Man City's team could be, and we don't know this because this could be different because obviously when we play City in around about 6 week time, this could all change. We could have injuries. They could have even more injuries. So this is what Man City's team. This is what the players could have coming back, which they're starting to come back. So this is who they could have. So key players nearing return. Let me just get that up. Manchester City are set to face Arsenal in the Carabao Cup final. Yep. 2026 following semi-final victory of Newcastle. Yeah, we know all that. Key players nearing returns. Bernardo Silva, the captain, is currently an incredible doubt with a muscle injury in his back sustained against Tottenham. While he may miss the immediate clash against Liverpool on 8th of February. Yeah, we know that. He's expected to be fully fit long before the March final. Sometimes you just don't give you what you want. Johnny Stones, currently sidelined with a thigh injury, he's been out ages. Has a potential return date of 22nd of February. So he's going to be back soon, which could give him a full month to regain match sharpness before the final. Yep. Jeremy Doku, fastest guy, Premier League, shifting that ball out his feet, he is ridiculous. Jeremy Doku recovering from a calf injury. Doku is also slated for a late February return, so he's not far off. February 22nd. Savinho, the winger, is dealing with a thigh quad injury, but is expected to be back in mid-February, so he's close. Mateo Kovacic, who's not played all season, recovering from an ankle surgery. Kovacic is targeting a return of around 14th of March. I doubt he'll be ready for final. It'll take him about 4 games to even get going, I think. Squad status and eligibility. Available, Erling Haaland and Rodri were both rested. Yeah, I know all that. I'm not interested about that. Final second leg and are fully fit. Ruben Diaz has also recently returned to the matchday squad from hamstring problems. So Diaz is back. Doubtful out. Josko Garvidal is a major doubt for the final. He is recovering from a broken leg. Yeah, I don't see him. No chance. Broken leg, ankle, and he's not expected back until early May. So he's done. He's done for the season. Ineligible Mark Gay is currently cup tied, so there's no Mark Gay. So yeah, there we go. Look at that. They've got a few injuries. I mean, Tottenham's injury list is ridiculous. Yeah, I've got so yeah. But that could all change. Haaland could pick an injury up by then. We could have Gabriel or Saliba. You just don't know it. You just can't predict that. It's impossible to. So let me just see. Yeah, I agree with that, Maxi Max. I am going to end this, people, in about 5 minutes, I think. Thank you very much, everybody who's jumped in the chat to smash the likes and subscribe and views raid. Thank you very much, my guy. Big up to you for that. And everybody what's came in from views. Maxi Max, Martin Odegaard, sell him, please. Berta, yeah, absolutely. Get rid of Martin Odegaard, weakest captain in football. Raymond Kangumba, Maxi Max, Eddie Howe is finished from Newcastle United now and deserve. We've just seen that one. I don't know why that's. Joe's going to go in. Joe Willock was so bad last night, Rich. Joe Linton, much better than. Yeah, listen. I mean, there were no Joe Linton last night. There were no Bruno Guimaraes. That does make Newcastle weak. I believe that does make Newcastle weak. Definitely does. So everybody, thank you very much. Like I said, big up to everybody that's jumped in the chat. Some new people, thank you for the raid from views. Big up to my guy. Yeah, man. Sunderland. Let's hope these players realise that they're now in a final. There's no getting to a final. They are in a final. They've just got to go one more hurdle to obviously win this Carabao Cup, which we haven't won since 1993 against Sheffield Wednesday when Steve Morrow scored the winning goal. Paul Merson scored first, which we had Sheffield Wednesday in the FA Cup as well in that year. Righty scoring, and that went over 2 legs, I think it did, if I remember right, in FA Cup. Because I think we had to play him on a Saturday afternoon, and then we had to play him at week as well. I'm sure we did. I can't remember. There's a memory there because that's when I became like when I was just literally becoming an Arsenal fan in 1993, I think it was. So I might have got that wrong, but if I have, I have. But I know we had Sheffield Wednesday twice in the 1993 FA Cup and Coca-Cola Cup final. Because I remember playing Sheffield Wednesday on a Saturday afternoon. And Righty scoring, but then obviously the Steve Morrow was in the Coca-Cola Cup, which is now the Carabao Cup, and I think it's been called Worthington Cup as well in that time. So yeah, let's hope these players who have now booked a place in the final can literally, it's in their mindset saying we are in a final. That's individually thinking I have reached a final first time in my career. Let's hope this confidence just breeds into this game against Sunderland, because we can't take the foot off the gas. Like Lawrence said, and I'm a twat, I'm putting my hands up, and I will not, after what Lawrence said, I ain't going to be a div. If Arsenal beat Sunderland and Man City go and beat Liverpool, if Arsenal beat Sunderland and Liverpool beat Man City, I will not come on here and say on Sunday night, Arsenal have won the league. Personally, if we do go 9 points clear, because of 2 players, Gabriel and Saliba, I do think that it will be enough, but Lawrence straight away, we have to play Man City, people, and we have to go to the Etihad. So it ain't over. It ain't. 9 points is a great gap. Gabriel and Saliba, yeah, you could see us keeping 3 or 4 clean sheets in a row, which is very capable of, especially with those 2 at back. They could get injured, and we've got Man City to go at Etihad. So like Lawrence said, perfectly put. No. Twat me. Definitely. I've messed up on that one. I'm not saying it's over. Can't be over. Like I keep saying, we could lose Gabriel, could lose Saliba, and if we've got to go to Man City, Etihad, Chelsea's got to come to us as well. So no, it's not over. It ain't over. There we go. And I think we've got Newcastle to come as have we got Newcastle at Emirates as well, I think. I know we've played them obviously at St James Park. Raymond, hi Maxi Max, how are you? Eddie Howe has been sacked. I don't even know what he's on about. He said that 3 times. Hi Maxi Max, how are you? Eddie Howe has sacked and finished from Newcastle. So everybody, enjoy the rest of your day. Whatever you're doing, I'm out. Big up, everybody. Thank you very much as well. And again, views raid, big up to my guy, absolute ledge.